This is the iPhone 17e, this is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And even though the 17e is half the price, it can do a lot of pro tips and tricks. Like, check this out. Okay, so if you want to get some pro calls, then open up the settings, scroll all the way down to apps and tap the P so that you can quickly get into the phone app settings. Then you're going to look for screen unknown callers and set this to ask reason for calling. Because now the next time an unknown number calls you, not only will the 17e pick it up, but it'll also ask why they're calling.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Then you can literally choose if you want to talk to them or not without doing a single thing. Perfect. Alright, then to turn the camera into a pro camera, you go back inside settings, open the camera settings, and in here you're going to look for formats. Once inside there, make sure you turn on resolution control because this is actually off by default. And if you now open the camera, you'll see this new button right over here that lets you switch between 24 and 48 megapixels. I have no idea why this toggle isn't on by default, but once you switch to 48 megapixel photos, they will look way more detailed. And as for charging the 17e, that got a pro upgrade because it now has MagSafe. You can just slap a MagSafe charger on the back now and boom, it'll start charging your iPhone. Or of course, you can use a MagSafe power bank, super nifty. And of course, it even works with a bunch of different MagSafe accessories too. And I got even more pro tips and tricks like 3D photos, gestures, custom ringtones, and a bunch more. But before I show you all those, you gotta see this hidden Face ID trick. Okay, so this trick lets you have two different Face IDs. So first, make sure you've got your own. Then in settings, if you go to Face ID and passcode, you will see this option, set up an alternative appearance. Tap on that, and then you're going to hand your phone to, let's say, your partner, it could be a best friend, or even a family member, and it'll scan their face. Now, here's what's so cool is you can unlock the 17e with your Face ID, just like before, but they can now also unlock your phone using their own Face ID that they just added. This is such a nifty feature, especially for having quick access to, say, your partner's phone, maybe a child's phone, or even your grandma. Okay, then the next hidden trick is something everyone should turn on inside battery settings, and that is this battery percentage. Again, this is off by default. I have no idea why, but it just makes checking your battery percentage way easier. Am I right? And by now, you guys should know about airdropping to other iPhones. But I bet you didn't know the 17e can also airdrop to Android phones. So if your friend or the other person happens to have a Samsung, just tell them to turn on Quick Share and boom, just like that, their phone pops up in the share sheet and now you can share literally anything with them. This is so much better. And the best part is in your control center, if you go to your AirDrop settings and set this to everyone, you'll show up in their share sheet and they can share anything with you. Ha! Easy peasy.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
But what is also new on the 17e is custom ringtones. Alright, so to set up a custom ringtone, you first have to grab an MP3 of your favorite song. Then just make sure it's saved to your files. Now what you're going to do is tap on the song, hit the share button and swipe up, because right over here you'll see this option, use as ringtone. Now when someone calls you, your totally free ringtone will play. Sick. But you can customize so much more. Like on the home screen, if you tap and hold down, then hit edit and customize. In here, you can change your app icons from small to large. And basically this removes the app labels and honestly just makes everything look so much cleaner. But we're not done yet because a lot of people don't actually realize that when you change your icons from, let's say, default to tinted or maybe even the clear glass icon look, right at the bottom here, you can actually choose between having a light glass look or a dark glass look. And the dark glass actually dims the wallpaper, but with this icon, you can brighten it back up. These are some minor tweaks, but depending on what look you're going for, these can make a pretty big difference. And for some final touches, another thing a lot of people don't think to do is if you go into the widget section and just add a photo widget, make sure you choose the album option because that way you can go into your gallery and choose an album of inspirational quotes that you've put together and display that on your home screen, which honestly looks so cool. And with just those few changes, you've given your entire home screen a slick new look. And if you're wondering where you can get a cool quote like this, I got a couple free for you guys that you can download from the link below. But that's just the home screen. Here's something you can try on the lock screen. Okay, so this feature is so cool. If you go to photos and open any picture, on the top right, you'll notice this little icon. And if you tap it, your pic literally turns into a 3D photo. This is called spatial photos and it works with any picture, but there is a trick. If you go into the gallery and select some of your favorite photos and add them to a new album, call it something like wallpaper for example, and save that, then what you can do is head into settings, go into the wallpaper settings and tap on add a new wallpaper. And you see this photo shuffle option. If you choose that, go ahead and select the album you created. But now just tap this little icon right over here. And what this does is turns the entire album into a collection of 3D wallpapers. And what's even cooler is the clock is also spatial, so it interacts or changes depending on your 3D spatial wallpaper. And it really does look so good. But did you know the iPhone 17e also comes with free music? Now, this is something I've never shown before, but if you tap on your home screen, click that edit button and add a widget, when you scroll down, you'll see this brand new option, ambient music. When you select it, you'll see there's two different size options. I suggest you add this second one to your home screen because once that's done, you'll see 4 options now: sleep, chill, productivity, and well-being. Just pick one, like chill, and it'll start playing some chill music from Apple Music that is totally free. So you don't need a subscription, and it's pretty good music too. Perfect for when you need to work, maybe study, or just chill out. Then another music trick is in the control center. If you tap the plus icon and add another control, go ahead, hit the search, and find this one called Recognize Music, and then add it. It sounds super basic, but here's the really cool part. If you're not connected to the internet and use it, it'll say it can't find the song. But once you're back online and everything is connected, you'll get a notification of that song you were looking for. Nice. And before we move on, all the way back inside the app settings, if you click the M and open up music, scroll down and make sure that in here animated artwork is toggled on. Because now, next time you're on your lock screen and you're listening to some music from Apple Music, its album artwork will animate and it just looks way better. And you know what else looks better? Custom message backgrounds. Alright, now this is a lot of fun. If you open up the Messages app, go inside a chat and tap on their profile, you'll see this option, Backgrounds. There's a bunch of default options to choose from, but if you just hit Photo, you can pick any one of your photos from the gallery, like this one, and voila, your chat will look way better. Oh, and you'll know exactly who you're talking to.
Rock on.
But just keep in mind that whatever background you set is actually shared between both phones. And another way you can actually do this is if you hold down on a pic that someone sent in the chat, you can just choose this option to set that image as a background. And another thing you gotta try is in your keyboard, if you tap the emoji icon, of course you get all your standard emojis, but if you tap this Genmoji option, did you know you can combine 2 or even more emojis into a brand new one? Like a hurling poop, maybe? So I guess the next time you need an emoji that doesn't exist, just make it. Okay, now here are 3 gestures that'll make using your phone way easier. Number 1 is if you tap anywhere at the top, it'll instantly scroll up. I literally use this gesture all the time and it works inside Instagram, websites, and even the Photos app. Pretty much anywhere you can scroll up. Okay, number 2, this is the shake to undo gesture. And again, this works in a bunch of places. For example, you can shake to undo a deleted photo. Very handy. You could also shake to remove text. It also works with customizing your home screen, so if you moved a widget, just shake to undo. I mean, you can even shake to undo closed tabs in the Safari app. There really is a ton of places you can use this gesture. And for gesture number 3, inside Photos, if you select a bunch of pics, just tap and hold down and you'll see them all stuck together like this. Now, you can just swipe up to your home screen and open pretty much any app, like Messages, for example, drop them in there and quickly share. And what's also quick are these next quick tips. So when you press the volume up and side button, you get a screenshot, right? Nothing new. But what is new to the 17e is that you can search those screenshots. All you do is just draw over what it is you're searching for using your finger, then swipe up and it'll show you what it is. So useful. But what if you want to do the same thing with your camera? It's actually really easy. All you do is open your action button settings and switch this to visual intelligence. Now you just press the action button, it opens your camera, you snap a pic and it'll search what it is you just took a picture of. Again, this is such a useful feature, and on top of that, you can also ask questions about what it is you're searching. For example, I just asked if I could play games on this and bam! Pretty handy. But not as handy as hitting that subscribe button, because we're on the road to 3 million, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!